When I was a child, my father took me outside to look at the moon. Originally from the kingdom of Laos, my father would sometimes tell me stories from his village. One night, when we were out looking at the moon, he told me about how during every solar eclipse, a giant frog in the stars would come down and eat the sun, and that's why the sun would disappear during the daytime. I remember my father saying that it was our job to fight off the frog in the sky and to protect the sun. Traditionally in the Kingdom of Laos, this requires a country-wide festival in which people shoot their weapons at the moon in order to drive the frog away. This story from my childhood kept me very curious and would eventually lead to the discovery of my passion with telescopes. Yes, at some point when I was very, very young, I truly thought there was a giant frog in the sky that would like nothing better than to come down and eat the sun. Now that I am a parent, and that tale is nothing but a story, I realize it's that same curiosity to find the giant frog in the sky that would eventually lead to my interaction with telescopes. Telescopes have always brought a sense of wonderment and inspiration. When looking through a telescope, the universe is opened up, and the beauty of what is seldom noticed in my busy indoor life is made apparent once again. This gives me a chance to see something that often in my urban existence doesn't allow, despite the fact that Michigan skies are clear, offering a plethora of opportunities to view the stars. When I look at a telescope, I see the beauty in the instrument science created, harnessing curiosity and creativity, both of which are driving forces in my life. So much care has gone into the crafting of a telescope, with its carefully ground and polished lenses and the precision behind its engineering. This Meade-designed telescope allows me the ability to move and rotate the telescopic lenses into position by use of a remote and internal motor. This prized possession of mine has not just allowed me to have an open mind, but a constant sense of inspiration as well. When I look through this telescope, I see the key to the universe and the key to the desire to answer my own life questions. Hello, I'm Lucas Keomany. Introducing myself with just a name does not seem adequate, because a person is so much more than their name. Besides being Lucas, and more importantly, I consider myself a young intellectual who probably got his start from this very telescope. I'm 25 years old, and I live in Michigan with my beautiful wife and our 2 great children. My 7-year-old son Huey, who loves Batman, soccer, and piano, and my 19-month-old daughter Violet, who is the happiest baby anyone has ever seen. I am an avid runner, and I love being outdoors, even though Michigan weather may sometimes not permit it. I have a fondness for self-improvement, and I strive towards that every day. My goal at UMUC is to achieve a bachelor's degree in marketing, and to be able to support my family and hopefully work on the agency side of marketing. At the same time, I always want to inspire a love of learning and an appreciation for life. I've spent time in many places doing many different jobs. I was formerly a deep-sea welder and have operated in the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic. Being a deep-sea diver kept me constantly traveling and away from my family. Each of those places I traveled to, regardless of where I was, I would always look up into the sky, hoping to see the stars. Ever since I was young, I've gazed at the sky, day or night, although more than likely during grade school, I used gazing not through a telescope, but through a window as a way to get out of paying attention in class. I am a person of opposing forces that gives me the ability to see the angles of a situation in many different ways, but which also present challenges for me to orchestrate those forces into productive harmony. That sums up a bit of my personality, but as for telescopes, they have been a great sense of enjoyment and wonder in my life, and have supported the sense of future possibilities. I am young enough to remember my excitement that an instrument like a telescope can create. It becomes a hook that stimulates the curiosity in many other parts of my life. That excitement is one of the many gifts I hope I can leave for my children.